The market is down 5%. Crazy day. Here's exactly what I'm doing and some thoughts about what all is happening. Firstly, it is a very anxiety provoking, fear provoking kind of a crash. Emotions are running high. When you make any decision based on fear, based on anxiety, based on stress, it never ends up right. So the next steps that you take with your investments, they can determine the trajectory of the next 10-15 years of how you go about investing. So be very calm, be very careful. Perhaps do not act for the next few days if you're not calm right now before taking any decision, whatever that is. Secondly, what am I doing? With my SIPs, they continue the way they are. I'm not pulling out any money myself because I don't need money that I've invested in the stock market for any of my day-to-day stuff. I expect some higher amounts to come in the next month or so. And because it's a higher amount, that will be invested through something called as a systematic transfer plan or an STP, where that money gets staggered over 6 to 12 months. So I get different entry points, and because I'm getting different entry points, even if the market goes down, I'm buying at low prices. If the market goes higher, I'm just basically averaging out my entry price. Thirdly, important to go back to the basics, right? So that means having a very strong emergency fund. I personally lean towards having a 12-month emergency fund. I had to dip into some of it just a few months ago, so I'm in the process of again bringing it back to the 12-month mark. But go back to the basics, right? So 12-month emergency fund. If not, start off with a 6-month emergency fund. Then make sure that your medical insurance, your term insurance, they're not lapsing. They're very robust in terms of coverage, in terms of quality. Because when shit hits the ceiling, that is when you realize who's swimming naked, right? Classic Warren Buffett quote. So you don't want to be found swimming naked for all practical purposes. So make sure you have all these checklists on place. Fourthly, nobody knows what's happening in the market and how it would react in the future, in the next few days. It is very uncertain. Anyone who tells you that it's going to fall 10 more percent, is going to crash even more, they're lying. Anyone who tells you that it's going to be all rosy and wonderful once again in the next few weeks is lying. There is no way to know. So make sure you stay away from sensational news, breaking news, fear-provoking news. Go back to the basics, and I'll see you around.